Hello and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft 360 Season 2. Whoa, my mouse seems to be extremely... Okay. Oh, I forgot it was probably night. Yeah, I've been away for kind of a little longer than I was expecting. A couple things that happened was the Fallout 4 creation kit got released, and I've been messing with it. So, yeah. Second thing, I've actually been doing a lot of... I've been trying to get better quality video. So I've been looking into options, and I did find something that does work, but I have to kind of render it twice, which doesn't appeal to me, but I might be able to get better quality video doing it. So if that's the case, then I have no issues with doing that if it actually has an actual better quality. What am I missing here? I'm not missing, I'm just... There we go. And I'll probably eat this as is. But yeah, I've been just messing with a lot of stuff, so that was one of the major things I've been doing. It took actually about a day for me to realize that my current format didn't work with it, because if you don't know, DxTory and Fraps both record to AVI, which doesn't get picked up by a lot of recording or editing softwares now, because it's outdated. And I didn't realize that for the longest time, but then I started realizing, it seems to only not work with the AVI, and it also didn't work with a lot of other things. But I did find a format that it does work with, and that is the MP4, so I have at least resolved that. Okay, that should be enough. I don't have to worry about that too much. We should be able to get going on a couple of projects. Luckily, it's only partial night right now. And this should be dried. Hooray. This should be dried. Hooray. It should still be dark. I didn't mess with that, as I wasn't really planning on doing anything with it. What else was I going to do? Actually, I could probably kill that spider. Let's just keep firing. I think I need one more hit on him. There we go. I've been kind of gauging, and I actually need to make a new bow soon, so whether or not his string goes to actually making a new weapon or what, I don't care. Our forge area is starting to come together. I actually need to do a few things still with it. I'm not sure what I want to do. You know what? Might as well, honestly, start making the forge area, well, a forge area. And, yeah, so I've been gone for probably around 3 more days since the last episode. Yeah. And it's not intentional, I'm just kind of getting distracted as I have, a low attention span sometimes. Especially when it's things that I'm really interested in and I really want to do. And the Fallout 4 creation kit, I've been waiting for it for, since November of last year. So, yeah, about 7 months. And I know they released it near the end of April. Yeah, I know, I've been messing with it since then, but I really started getting back into it because I was having a lot of, issues, and it needed updated. And Bethesda.net had their little release, and so they're an annoyance, because I really don't like that launcher. It's got a lot of bugs, it's got a lot of issues, and I mean a lot of issues, so I won't be using it or uploading anything to it. But the Nexus is still, like, the home of mods, so hooray. Yeah, unfortunately, the Bethesda, they're really trying to have their own platform for modding, and it just doesn't work for them. It's not what they're good at. They make games look nice. They're really good with RPG aspects, but they are terrible at setting up modding platforms. Their mod tools work very well, for the most part. This one's been really buggy, and that's probably why I was waiting for a little bit longer. I waited a couple weeks before I actually started getting into the in-depth with it, and I'm still starting to get used to the new setup. It's similar to the Skyrim creation kit, but it still has a lot of differences that I'm still kind of getting used to. I'm trying to take reference of the Fallout New Vegas and the Skyrim and trying to piece them together with this. It's just different. Not bad, it's just different. And since I really only modded for the most part in Oblivion, I did mod Fallout 3 quite a bit. Fallout New Vegas I never really got into as much. Oh, we have some more charcoal. I forgot that. Okay. Oh. Dirt. Okay. Let's see. How many do I need? 14. Which is actually exactly enough here. And where's my... Okay, there we go. So we need 14 of these. We also want to carry some of these ingot molds just in case something messes up. It occasionally happens, but you want to get them to... Oh yeah, we also need flux. We need quite a bit of flux, actually. Oh, I'm so glad I went and got that flux material. It's going to be essential for this. It probably wouldn't hurt to remove most of this junk from my inventory. Oh, that was one of the things I needed. I also saw something I needed to grab as well, but I will get that in a sec. One... Do I have any more? Yeah, I should have this. I need a hammer. Where is it? I saw it. I know it's in here. I know it's in here. Torch. I saw it, remembered it, and then I promptly forgot it. Yeah, doing this stuff on, what is it? Doing live commentary is kind of hard at times. My brain doesn't always think. So, things we need. This, just in case metal gets caught. We want to have this, these, or this. I guess we only really want to do 2 at a time, but we need to put this in here. Put the flux in there. That way we have a nice, good amount of flux. We're probably going to need 7 originally, and then we're going to need a few others, but yeah, we're going to be welding for the most part. So, let's light it up. Hooray. Luckily, it doesn't require a lot of effort with the fire starter. And it usually consumes the first one there. But that's not much of an issue. We need to get this to orange, I believe. It should say weldable in good green letters. And then we want to let it go one more up, because it's just how it works. Oh, I forgot to get rid of all my stuff on me. Oh, luckily I have time as long as I don't mess up. Hooray. I can just get this stuff out because it's not really that much of a critical issue here. And I'll just place these two down. Alright, don't care. There we go. Very hot. This is one of the slower things, so you're probably gonna have to deal with this, or at least, hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, the ceramic vessel for the, what is it? The flux, it's pretty expensive to maintain that. Okay, faint red, it's gonna start getting, I think it's around orange is when we need to have it, it'll say weldable. Can work. I'm looking for can weld. Bright red, bright red, bright red. We're looking for can weld. We're just keeping an eye on this because this is one of the things is the copper's, oh, can weld, there we go. Ah, okay, that didn't work very well. Come on. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, is I need to let it go one more. I just don't want to overdo it because I've done this before and it causes problems. And we're just gonna let it go to bright 4. Maybe bright, yeah, bright 4 is when I'm gonna do it. Weld, can't do it. Okay. I kinda hate this. Once we have steel though, it doesn't really require that much effort. Bright 4, I'm gonna go for one more. Yeah, orange. No, I don't want you in there. There we go. Can weld. I really don't care if this one can weld. I just need to get these up and heated. We could make a bellows, but that's not going to be really useful to us right now. So bring these down to temperature. Because it really doesn't matter, but we can stack them if they're actually at temperature. So we're just going to kind of keep this one moving in and out to keep it around the same temperature. There we go. Got my coffee here. I actually need to clean up my desk area. I actually tore up two doors in my room. Well, they're technically part of the same door, but they had issues opening, so I just decided to remove them. Or at least one of them did, but they're like a dual door. It was for a closet, and it really doesn't matter, but now that I can actually use the space, because one of the doors, it took a good 5-10 minutes to actually get it unstuck, just to open it once. And closing it, it worked. You can close it, it just wouldn't open back up, so I tore it out. There, it's about the same temperature what we need. There we go. And that's, I just wanted to keep these all around the same temperature. It's actually suggested that you have these 4 at a time and not 5, but I just do 5 because it's a little bit easier for me. Can weld, we're going for orange. Orange, orange. Just so I can guarantee a orange and there you go. It cools in your inventory relatively fast, which is a nuisance. There you go. And we'll get these down to temperature. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, it's probably gonna get a little dark here. Yeah, I'm gonna call this one just because we don't want to have any issues here during the night. And that's one of the reasons I kind of want to have this opened, but I want to have this closed as well, so it's going to be a nuisance if I don't mess with it. Oh yeah, we could just sleep through the night, hooray, everything will be fine. But yeah, we have 4 out of the 7 that we need. Oh, before we go to bed, I want to drink. It's empty. I think it's storming outside, but it doesn't really matter. It's a pretty good boom of thunder. Probably like an hour or 2 ago. So if you hear thunder or something in the background, not much I can do about it. But yeah, once we have the copper anvil, and really the copper anvil has no real purpose. It is literally just going to be, thrown away almost immediately, because we only need it to weld the bronze, and then once we have the bronze, we only need it to weld, or no wait. Yeah, we actually don't really need the bronze anvil either. We primarily need the iron anvil, which more or less is going to be a nuisance to maintain, but let's create another one. Hooray. I think we have food in here. Yep. Toss those in. Everything's looking good for us. Get rid of these because I don't need them right now. I get rid of that, and oh, I'm not tired. Did I have string? Nope. Oh well. Let's see. I thought I had removed that, the requirement, but I guess I didn't. Let's toss something in. It won't matter as much. We can go plant things. I actually did want to do a few things with the planting. While I'm thinking of it. Which one's the one I was using? I think it was the white elm. White elm tends to be relatively quick to grow, so not an issue. I don't need you. Really, these torches are mostly a waste now, because the first rain that happens pretty much breaks it. Let's see. I need 4 of these. So on the 5th one, 1, 2, 3. There you go. There you go. And so we'll just keep... I heard you. Yes, I know. Brains and all that. Now you're dead. So obviously you didn't get the brains you wanted. And one of the things I need to do is probably set up a actual tree farm area. It's kind of hard because this mod pack at night specifically makes it really difficult to estimate a good place. Now the way this is set up is these are... Man, my dog is just really going crazy right now. What was I thinking? I have completely lost track of what I was thinking. My dog's going crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. The way this is designed is they can grow to their max height or max width for each one of these trees, and the only difference is Some of these, especially the white elm, tends to have a secondary tree, which is much wider and larger. It's basically the large oak variant. Not much I can do about it, but for the most part, I'm able to basically avoid that. Wait. And one thing you should really know is you should never, in real life, drink from a bucket that has been used to quench metals. That is a major word of warning. Do not drink it. It is actually quite toxic. I've had many people try to have a drink, and it is pretty much heavy metal poisoning per sip. Well, I guess it's not as bad as that, but it gets really bad. People can get really sick, and I've had people throw up because they mistook a quenching bucket for a drinking bucket. And there we go. Let's see. While that's going, I don't have to worry about it this early on because I can. So I can do this. I can estimate roughly where it is. There. There. I'm a little quiet right now, but I'm just thinking of a lot of stuff. I'm trying to make sure that I'm remembering this. But it seems that we've run out of time, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about that. But this tree farm's going to get a lot bigger over time, and that's why we're kind of filling in that areas to basically expand this to make a relatively nice forest. You can also do a few other things with this, but the main idea is I just need this for charcoal. It's the only real use for it right now. Dark red. I think it needs to be bright red 4. Or no, we need it at orange. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. If you enjoy watching, like and subscribe for more. Have a nice day. See you in the next episode. Have a good one.